Hello and how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest gaming news, rumors, and speculation. And today I have a very exciting update for a project that personally I have been very excited about, as the setting of this game and the planned gameplay features and stuff sound very interesting to me. And on top of all this, the staff behind the game are made up of some industry legends as far as I'm concerned, some of which are the literal founders of the Elder Scrolls universe and have actually worked on the early Elder Scrolls games going up until Morrowind, and to some capacity Oblivion as well. And in my opinion, I consider this game to be on the list of potential future competitors for the Elder Scrolls 6 as well, because of this same very reason. In fact, the developers themselves have even stated that they want to recapture the depth and variety that the early Elder Scrolls games offered, as there was so much content in those games that it's very likely you'd continue to encounter new things playthrough after playthrough, even upon hundreds of hours of gameplay. These RPGs also allowed you to be the character you wanted to be in many different capacities, immersing you in a world deep of lore and various fantasy cultures and landscapes as you traverse the world, helping or hindering the beings that dwelled within. And this project is called the Wayward Realms, being developed by Once Lost Games, a new studio who may not have a proven track record as of yet because they haven't made any games yet, but they do, however, have industry veterans like I talked about, who again literally worked on the Elder Scrolls franchise from the ground up. And while they haven't been affiliated with Bethesda for quite some time now, the fact that they had a hand in such an amazing gaming franchise should speak volumes for their apparent skill and vision to bring these amazing worlds like the Elder Scrolls to life. And this doesn't even mention all the other awesome and amazing projects they've worked on separate from the Elder Scrolls as well. And the game I'm going to be focusing on in today's video again is the Wayward Realms, which is a fantasy world set in an archipelago, which is a chain of islands full of various different fantasy races, deep culture, deep lore, and amazing and interesting places to explore. Magic indeed is in the world, but the developers don't want to talk too much yet about the magic system in the game, but they're super excited about it, so there must be something to it that makes it stand apart from the other copy and paste magic systems in previous RPG games. And Once Lost does indeed have exciting goals for this game, wanting to make it both an immersive fantasy RPG full of depth and variety, but at the same time building a world that the player can interact with in some unique and interesting ways, going as far as potentially changing the power balance in the entire world by, let's say, assassinating a king or helping another faction seize power, or perhaps using your diplomacy skills to stop a long existing war that has been going on for like hundreds of years and finally bringing peace to the land. Maybe your character is a wandering trader that just goes place to place and makes a fortune and builds up your own faction, paying others to fight for you. All these different things and more have been talked about by developers as being a potential thing you could do in the Wayward Realms. While this project is still no doubt in an early stage of development, and it's still not quite clear how much of this will actually make it into the finished game, it's clear now that the kind of vision and ambition Once Lost Games has in mind for this project, and this fact combined with the sheer amount of veteran Elder Scrolls developer talent in the studio as well, should start piecing together an image that should already be getting you hyped. I know it got me hyped a long time ago, and that's my goal for today's video, as well as to break down a new in-engine screenshot we got of this game literally today. And I do want to clarify, the reason I bring up the Elder Scrolls franchise so much, apart from there being literal Elder Scrolls devs and founders on staff here, is because no doubt the majority of my viewers here on the channel are here because of the Elder Scrolls franchise, as I primarily covered Bethesda games here on the channel, and I have for like a couple years now. So I'm bringing up the Elder Scrolls as a way both to bridge the gap for the community here in order to understand just why I'm so excited for this game and why you should be too, but also because, like I said, there's literal Elder Scrolls developers on staff here, which serves as a way to bridge the gap and get you hyped. And the main focus of today's video is because, like I said, we just got our first in-engine screenshot of this game. So let's not waste any more time setting the stage here and break down this first screenshot together. Now, first of all, before I say anything else, I do want to make it very clear that this project is still in the early development stages, so anything I talk about in this video is subject to change at some point during the future course of development. With this in mind though, I did reach out and ask a few of my own questions, which they were kind enough to answer, and they do feel confident about some of the things of which I will speak about in this video. But just remember, this is in an early stage of development, and anything I do mention in this video is still subject to change. Don't forget that, please. But as I said, we just got our first in-engine screenshot of Wayward Wayward Realms thanks to a Twitter post made by Once Lost Games literally a few hours from the time that I recorded the audio for this video, which should be today. It actually will be uploaded today. You should all follow Once Lost over on Twitter and join their Discord server as well, as they are very active with the community and they actually add your feedback into the game. Join my Discord server too, please. Join all the Discord servers everywhere. And I did reach out to Victor, who is the community manager over at Once Lost, to ask my own follow-up questions about this image, and like I said, I do have some new details to share with you all in today's video as well. I previously interviewed Ted Peterson on the channel also, so I'll be bringing up some of his statements in this video too, and Ted Peterson is a founder and developer over at Once Lost, for those that don't know, who is one of the original founders of the Elder Scrolls and has worked on numerous Elder Scrolls games. A while ago I asked what their goals would be in terms of the visuals for Wayward Realms, and Ted Peterson said they were going for a stylized realism look, which is what Once Lost has also recently tweeted as well. Now this isn't photorealistic, but that doesn't mean it's cartoony either. Stylized realism is something that is believable and has its own style, and to be honest, I'm totally picking up on those vibes in this screenshot. When I talked to Victor, the community manager over at Once Lost, about this image, I asked if this is basically close to what they want the game to look like at the time it's released, and he said it's representative of what we want the final visuals to look like, though some things will be tweaked here and there as needed. It being an Unreal 5 means that those visuals look great simply just using the built-in tools that engine provides, such as Lumen, so the final product should not be too far off. So basically, while some tweaks and changes will no doubt be made, this still is kinda representative of what the overall visuals should look like by the time the game is released. And to be honest, so many games are going for sheer photorealism that I'm starting to prefer stylized realism like this, and so far, I totally dig this aesthetic, but bear in mind, the visuals here are still subject to change. Also, the engine is indeed in Unreal 5, as said in both the tweet and by Victor in the answer to my previous question. I asked how confident Once Lost is with Unreal 5 being the engine that will be used in the game, and they said, I think it's safe to say we have committed to using it for Wayward Realms, so it seems like they probably won't change from using Unreal 5. They even gave a bit of an example as to how Unreal 5 is for a game like this by further saying, we're exploring what can be achieved with the nanite technology, which is in Unreal 5, but that's something that's not necessarily going to be implemented into the game. It's just something they're experimenting with and seeing what they can use in order to make a more larger detailed world, because that's exactly what nanite helps with. So again, this isn't something that might be in the game, but it's interesting to know that Unreal 5 has technology that assists with creating a large detailed world for RPGs specifically. That's pretty interesting. I'm starting to see why they went with Unreal 5 in terms of their engine choice now, but remember, like I keep saying, all of this is subject to change. The game is still in pre-development stages. Now let's check out the image for itself. We clearly see what appears to be a mage of some kind in what no doubt is a magical library. The mage seems to be casting some kind of powerful spell, maybe a defensive barrier or maybe an AoE, as we can see one creature here apparently being thrown away from the encounter by this powerful magic. The creatures themselves appear almost insect-like, similar to some Lovecraftian beast that would come crawling out of a portal to another realm. Perhaps that is exactly what we're seeing in this image. Either way, they are clearly hostile, and judging by their strange circular, parasitic mouths, they would likely do quite a bit of damage. That's something you wouldn't want to make out with at a party, is basically what I'm saying, and this mage seems to be in quite a bit of danger here. Perhaps this mage is learning a conjuration spell that backfired, or maybe he did all this on purpose, and in order to enter a realm to gather rare ingredients or regents, or kill a much greater potential threat, the mage must first kill the initial wave of creatures here that come powering through the gate, eager for their opportunity to live and feed in a mortal realm, a place usually locked away from them, only accessible by magic which they no doubt cannot cast, being the creatures that they are. Or maybe this mage is attempting to enthrall one in order to force it to do its bidding, setting the beast against his foes, or perhaps a beast to fight at his side in the adventures that come. And again, this isn't concept art, but is actually in-engine footage of this game, and according to Once Lost, there will be some more in-engine screenshots in the days to come, which no doubt you can count on me to cover and break down here on the channel. And there's a lot of concept art that already exists too, featuring many unique settings and even some of the really awesome and interesting fantasy races that we could see in the Wayward Realms as well. And the races themselves already have some interesting and amazing lore that we can delve and break down, so I'll be doing that here in the channel soon as well. If this game has lore anywhere near as deep and interesting as the Elder Scrolls does, then that would be amazing, and chances are it might, given who some of these developers are. Wayward Realms is something I have been following for a while now, and I will no doubt cover here in the channel as new information appears and the days go on. And although this project is indeed in an early stage of development, development, like I keep saying, one thing you need to keep in mind here is that all the developers in Once Lost, all the staff, all the devs, every single person are all working as a volunteer right now, meaning entirely for free. They're working fueled by their passion and their vision of this game, and they're actively seeking a publisher. And once they get a publisher, the development process will no doubt go into full swing much faster. But all the work you're seeing here, everything that has been done so far has been done just out of their love and belief and passion for this game. And to me, that speaks volumes. Yes, it's hard to truly judge this game right now early on based upon what we're seeing so far, and because Once Lost as a studio haven't released a game yet. But personally, I am super hyped based on everything I know and have seen so far. And there is a lot more information than meets the eye in terms of this game, which I'll be breaking down here on a channel very soon. Until then, what I want to know is, what do you think about all this? Let me know what you think about Wayward Realms in the screenshot down in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed the content, be sure to give the video a like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you can stay in the know when it comes to the latest news. And as always, huge shout out and appreciation to everyone who has supported the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. If you want to unlock a permanent future video shout out and get awesome and unique awards, you can support the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. Links for all this and more are down in the description below, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when it sounds like I'm slowly aging during my audio because I refuse to drink water. Leave me alone.
It just works.